yeah. Let me do it. You wanna talk about it? We gon' talk about it. You wanna talk about it? That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. Hollywood. Let me do it. WCEG, Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South.
You're listening to WCEGTalkRadio.com, the worldwide community empowerment group where we speak life into the community. I'm Wardell Richardson, your host for the next 2 hours on WCEGWOOD, the Hollywood of the South. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at WCEGWOOD_talk_radio. That's at WCEG_talk_radio. Call us or Skype us at 678-619-1402. That's 678-619-1402. Let us hear from you. We would love to hear your questions, comments, or concerns at 678-619-1402. We're your 501c3 nonprofit community radio station. Please make your tax-deductible donations via our website or call our business office at 404-490-8646 to keep quality talk radio on the air. Thank you in advance for supporting WCEGTalkRadio.com. Last but not least, the topics and opinions are the show hosts and guests and not those of WCEGTalkRadio.com. I, once again, am Wardell Richardson, actor, producer, director here in Atlanta, the host of WCEGWOOD, the Hollywood of the South, and I thank you all for tuning in. We have a great show for you today. But before I get to my guests, I got a few announcements to make, and I'm going to introduce my co-host, Kia Baxter. What's going on?
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
I am doing amazing. I'm excited to talk about relationships today.
Right. Now,
yes,
you
let's
got
talk about it.
You got a podcast that you started doing on relationships.
I did.
How's that been going?
Well, the podcast is not only on relationships. It was relationship. The topic was relationships for the month of February.
Gotcha.
Since it was Love Month, and so I wanted to break everything down on what is love, how to properly communicate, and of course, I had Wardell as a guest that's going to air next Monday on Level Up with Kia Baxter on Beat Break Radio.
They got spicy too.
It got real good today. Good. Okay, we really hit on some great topics, and he even checked me on some of the stuff that I said on the show as well.
We're gonna talk about that on this show too.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about it. Let's go. So I'm just excited. Let's educate the people and let them hear our perspectives.
Tell us a little bit about who you are, how you got where you are today, because you do a lot of stuff. You speak. I mean, you're very well spoken. You do a lot of conferences and stuff like that. Tell us a little bit about how you got into that.
So I am a life coach. I am an inspirational speaker and an entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I do a lot of different things that people actually don't even know about. But one of the main things that I absolutely love doing is speaking life into people, and that's through my inspirational speaking. And I got into life coaching because I like to say, because people always ask me, how did I get into it? I like to say that I've been doing it all of my life. I've always been that voice of reasoning for people around me.
Right.
And I actually was a former youth pastor at my church. And once I once I stopped doing that, I was like, man, I want to create a platform. And I'm just one of those people that believe in creating your own platform, whatever it is that you see for your life and vision for your life. Go ahead and do it. And so I couldn't, I've always been a talker. So I was just like, people, maybe I have something that people need to say. I'm sorry. I have something that people need to hear.
Right.
And so once I started speaking, last year I spoke all over the country, got some major contracts. Right now I have a contract with Home Depot to do their leadership training. So now I'm a leadership expert as well. So
that's how you do that.
That's how you do that. So I'm really excited about this year and the new things that it will bring.
Right.
So that's in essence who I am.
And that's what's up, man. Because I've been watching you for a while. You've been doing some great things. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, you've been doing your thing, man. And then
Thank you.
when you start doing the podcast, I said, "Oh, I need to call in.
Yeah.
I need to call in so bad."
And we don't even have that option yet.
Right.
But we're gonna have it since you brought it up. So I'm really happy about you being an active supporter of Level Up with Kia Baxter.
No doubt.
And I started it because, like I said, I like to talk, and I was like, when I'm speaking at these engagements, there's not enough time for me to say everything that I want to say. So this gives me an opportunity to just release. It's like my vocal diary.
Now, when you did, because you did my show before, and when you did the show before, was that your first time?
That was my first
your
time
very
on
first
radio.
time on radio. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, that was my first time on radio, and I was like, oh yeah, this sounds pretty good.
So
Let me do a podcast.
All right then. So before I get to my guest, because I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you, this show today finna be crazy. I'm gonna have to do an announcement about the phone calls. So before anyone call in, look at that, they over here getting ready.
They
getting over here working out, they getting ready. This is gonna be a show for you today. I'm gonna do some announcements. You're welcome to join in. On March 3rd, we will be having the 5th annual Youth Empowerment and Excellence Award. Marcella Phillips is the CEO of ITEE. That event is honoring our children. So if you can make it to that, I will truly appreciate it because I'm going to be hosting it. It's going to be a great event. Me and Jen Hambrick will be hosting it. It's anything involving kids, I'm all in because our kids need to be uplifted.
Yeah.
We have a lot of excellent kids that does amazing things, and they're all going to be honored. And I will have some of them in studio next week. It's going to be banging.
Yay.
So the red carpet starts at 3:00. It will be at the Port of Sanford Performing Arts and Community Center at 3181 Rainbow Drive, Decatur, Georgia 30034. Tickets are on Eventbrite. ITEE presents 5th Annual Youth Empowerment and Excellence Awards. So please go on and look that up. Get your ticket. Come hang out with me, Marcella, and those lovely kids. See them perform and receive awards and stuff for the excellent things they're doing in the community. March 23rd is my birthday.
Yay.
So
Happy birthday.
I will be having my very first birthday party since I was 1.
Are you serious?
I'm not even lying.
Oh my goodness.
My mom reminded me of that. She said, "Yeah, I don't think you had a birthday party since you were 1." And I said,
"Oh my goodness, where were the people that loved you all these years?"
Hey, let me tell you something. Usually on my birthday, I'm either filming out of town, so I'm somewhere. So parties was never my thing. But this year, I'm doing a jammy jam. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I got Michael London gonna be in the building on the ones and twos. He's gonna work with some of the most amazing artists and stuff. So hey, I am happy about it. It will be at Firefly in Alpharetta at 7 p.m. 3070 Windward Plaza, Alpharetta, Georgia 30005. On April the 7th is the 3rd annual Atlanta Actors Awards. It will also be at the Port of Sanford, the 3rd Performing Arts and Community Center. Tickets will be on Eventbrite, or you can call 678-235-1611. The red carpet starts at 6. The show starts at 8. So please be there. I will be honored at the award show for the 2nd year in a row. And I'm very happy about it. We've been bringing in a lot of people who will be honored at the award show. So if you can be there, please come and support us at the Atlanta Actors Awards. K Chill is doing an amazing job at promoting. If you don't know who he is by now, as many posts as he put up on Instagram and Facebook, then you are sleeping. Because this guy posts every minute of the day, seems like. So if you don't know nothing about that, then you're sleeping. Be there, or you're going to be missing out on a great event. On June 13th to the 17th, WCEGWOOD, we will be going to Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
Now, we will be going live from Jamaica, and I tell everybody, I'm going to say this again, so please hear and understand what I am saying to you. If you are coming to relax, walk along the beach, see the sunset, sit back, sleep all day, this is not the trip for you. We are partying all day, every day. We got white parties, boat parties, beach parties, all kind of parties. And we are going to have a blast. So if you can make it, the tickets are somewhere, they're going up a little bit, but we'll be posting the flights and when the best time is to purchase your flight so that you can go to this amazing event that we will be doing in the Grill, Jamaica. All right, and the rooms are at $100 a night right now, and it's selling out quick. So if you want to jump on it now. If not, they may go up a little bit when we get another hotel. So we do have a sister hotel who will be working with us on the event. With that being said, that's all I have for the events. Are we straight? We straight? Are we straight, Penny?
Yes.
We straight. So, Kia over here causing problems. That's all good. It's all good. That's what she do.
My goodness.
That's what she do. That's
So
what.
me. Clumsy mumsy. So me. I'm sorry.
Kia is over here
We are
causing
gonna be
problems.
okay.
So, I want to introduce our guest for tonight. You ready for this?
I am ready for this. I am ready for this.
You sure you ready?
I am ready. You have been talking about it.
Hey.
And I'm just excited to hear what they have to say, honey.
We have had several people hit us up already talking about this particular show. I don't normally do relationship show. WCEGWOOD is about acting, film, TV, theater. But in honor of Valentine's, I said, I'm going to have to bring people in who doing it in this business, who making some noise in this relationship situation. Because people want to know.
They do.
Inquiring minds want to know.
They do.
So I reached out to Tinzley Bradford. She is the settle-free dating coach, speaker, and author, helping singles make wiser dating choices. I can't even read my own writing. How you doing, Tinzley?
I'm doing good, everybody. Beep, beep. I had to make my little noise, Hey, toot my own horn a little bit.
I love it.
Yay. So I'm doing great. How's everybody doing tonight?
We are awesome.
Man, this is, before we get to you, let me introduce the man. Now this, I've been watching Kelvin. He been on you been on what? You been on Sister Circle, I think.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I know somebody been talking about you coming on there.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've been on a few different things though.
Hustling, baby.
And then you've been doing the 28-day thing right now.
Yes.
Every day you on live. I'm like, man, this man is doing it. He is the creator of Love Coach, speaker, helping singles find the love they want.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And based on all of that, we're gonna talk about a few things. But before we get there, Tinzley, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you from, how you got to being a love coach or settle-free coach today.
Y'all, I'm from ATL, born and Grady Hospital. I'm proud of that.
Grady, baby.
Yay! I'm going to start out shouting out Miss Penny over here. Nice to meet you, Missy. Also,
Look at everybody know you, Penny. You a stalwart.
Make it work. And I'm just glad to be here. Wardell, also Miss Kia, just happy to be here. And also Kelvin.
Look at she. Woo! You see how she said that?
It's the Kelvin. So I actually just my own experiences. I saw a need for this because my own experiences, I had some very, very shaky experiences growing up as a young woman with my sister. We were in the household with mom, and there was no father figure. And so, I did make a lot of dating decisions. I know probably had I had a male figure, I wouldn't have, and it would have been nice to have that. Okay. But as I grew up, I said, you know what, I'm going to take my experiences and I'm going to start sharing what I'm not going to deal with anymore, what I'm not going to settle for anymore in life. Some people are alcohol free, drug free, smoke free, but me, I'm settle free.
Come on.
So I'm refusing to settle for less, and that right there is actually in any area of my life. So I started off with my book, which is called The Settle Free Dating Method for Women. It's a no-nonsense advice guide. So I'm giving you tips all day, all night, on what you need to be looking out for based on my experiences and observations of others. others, other women like myself who have gone through some of these things, you know, to avoid the wrong guy, to avoid making the dating decisions that's going to cost you in the future.
Yeah.
Started blogging some years ago, connected in some relationship communities, evolved to the next level rapidly because people, as y'all see tonight, this is a subject that everybody wants to talk about.
They really want to
We
talk about
all
this.
have relationships, you know, whether they're good, bad, ugly, happy, sad.
Right.
We are definitely trying to have the best relationships. So the book came out. I was able to do some speaking engagements. You mentioned Home Depot. I had the opportunity last year to do the women's link there. I love the women's link. You know, stay tuned for that. I know. That's
Home
coming.
Depot trying to take all the women.
So
ahead, Home
speaking
Depot.
in front of the women was amazing. One of the things that really made me really do it as well is I feel like if somebody has gone through that, they can give you the ropes just as good as someone that has a credential.
Wow.
And the reason why I say that is, you know, a lot of people who, even if they've done drugs before, a lot of people who've done drugs and they've stopped doing drugs, they become counselors, they become therapists because why? They've experienced it.
Yeah.
They know what
Right.
it's like to start, try to get off, to start again, try to get off. So I feel in relationships, I can bring it out the way that I bring it out from my own experiences. And so been doing settle-free mixers. You know, I'll be planning my 5th mixer coming up March 30th. I'm thinking that's going to be my set date, but y'all stay tuned on my page. So it's going to be March 30th. And that pretty much is it. It just over time, people will look at you. They will see just like you look.
Right.
Just like people look and see, I see her doing this. I see her doing a lot of great things.
Right.
That's how you continue to climb and get that attention and get your voice heard and your message spread, you know, about this important thing. Women need to know. Young women need to know as well.
And I'm happy about what you're doing because I was honored enough to be on a panel that you
Yes.
did, and man, that was a crazy thing. That was that was a very interesting mixer.
It was.
You
It
know,
was.
because it was, you know, women be wanting to know like what's going on with these men in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Yo, they was going ham.
We
man.
had
I
it. It was a heated
yo.
argument. It wasn't really argument, but debate. Debate was great. It was a great
Right.
debate.
It was.
The
It
great
was.
debate.
Loved it.
It was.
So I'm
Very
Did you
happy.
tape
interesting.
it? Did you tape it?
We got some clips. I actually can share some of the clips and footage with you. Definitely.
Okay.
I'll share
Okay.
you where to
Yeah.
get that from.
Okay.
So, and that takes us over to Mr. Kelvin Troy Johnson, man.
Yes, sir.
Tell us
Yes,
a little
sir.
bit about what you got going on, how you got to where you are today.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. I am Kelvin Troy Johnson, speaker, trainer, and author of the book Build Your Success from the Ground Up. And as well, I am the creator of Love Coach Atlanta.
Okay.
All right. And so how did I get into it? My background is from the social work environment, right? From the social work community. I work with males. I work with males my whole life. Always work with, I'm talking about from 7 years old to like grown man, old man. Worked in the facilities, like in recovery areas. Always working with men. At the church, when they needed somebody to come work with the men, they called Kelvin.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a part of the greatest fraternity on God's green earth.
Uh-oh.
You know what that is, don't you?
I'm scared to say. I don't even want to get in that one.
There's only, you know, just look at the wall. Just look at the wall.
Oh,
I felt so
Lord.
comfortable when I came in here.
You're like, yes!
And saw all this purple and gold. Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated. Let me give a
Okay.
shout out to the bruh, Rue. And so as I came in and I developed, thank you, Miss Penny. You know the lights. It's a little hot.
It is. It's a little warm in here.
Yes,
Warm.
yes. And so as I developed that, I started doing motivational speaking and had the opportunity to speak to men and to train men and to coach men to find their purpose and their reason for being. And the more I did that, I started hosting my own shows and having my own events, and I launched the book and everything. But that's and I'm from New Jersey, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, South Jersey. Shout out to South Jersey.
All right, then.
And so when I decided to move to Atlanta, I wanted to do something different with my talent. Okay, I knew I had this gift of just stepping outside of a restaurant and having men come stand next to me and then tell me all their secrets.
Wow.
I couldn't understand why. I step out and they want to know. They come just pouring out their heart about their situation.
Okay.
And so I realized at that moment I had a gift
Yeah.
of attracting men who would tell me their stories and their secrets. And I looked at the area when I moved to Atlanta. I said, what is one of the biggest challenges that they have in Atlanta? Relationships.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Bing, bing, bing,
That's
bing,
in
bing.
the
Sure.
world.
Yes.
That's in the world, but you know, Atlanta is like, you know, 10
Yeah.
times worse probably
Yes,
because
it is.
everybody's bought into this whole ratio thing.
Oh,
what is
man,
the
I don't
team,
know.
You know what I mean?
Whatever.
Like,
And it's a combination of
just a
cities here.
combination,
Combination of
yeah.
cities too. Like
Yeah.
all kind of people
It's
you can
just-
imagine.
it's a
Yeah.
It is.
hub.
But it is. But you know, when I saw that, I looked at what's here, and I decided I wanted to angle my specialty in the area of relationships and see. I said maybe there's somebody who wants to know how men think. Before the movie came out,
Right. Right.
I was already talking about how men
Right.
think, and,
Right.
and so as well as helping men. So I created Love Coach Atlanta, and Tinzley talked about the people who are credentialed, right?
Right.
So since I come from that world, I knew a slew of therapists and counselors and social workers who were brilliant. Like I know the lady who works down at social services. 30, the gray-haired old lady.
Right,
She
right.
can tell you 100 ways to make it. Right? But she's never coming out to the platform.
Right.
So I created Love Coach Atlanta, and I decided I wanted therapists on my team.
Right.
I wanted counselors
I
on my
like
team.
that.
I wanted social workers, people who see people with their issues and help people with their
Yes.
issues to be on the team, helping people specifically with relationships.
I love
and so I formed Love Coach Atlanta, and that's what we're doing out here, doing
All right, then.
dating, relationship events, and everything else.
All right, so once again, because we're about to get heavy into this right now, so I want to let everybody know, if you call in, please make your questions quick and simple. Don't hog up the phone, because other people are trying to call in, and we can get you in and get you out, and we'll answer your questions, okay? And please be very mindful of that, because the show is 2 hours. We got guests here. We're trying to get everybody able to get what they got to say out and answer everyone's questions. With that being said, we're going to get into this. My first question to everybody here at this table is why. I'm going to start off very plain and simple, because you kind of hit on it already. But why is relationship topics so hot? Like, when we start promoting this, it went like, wow, I mean, people was posting it all over everywhere and was tagging me, and I'm like, who are these people? And who are these people? Who is this company? Who is this association?
Yeah.
So all these people just start going crazy over it, tagging people. And I'm in your opinion, why? And you touched on it a little bit just now, but I want to hear from each of you. Like, why do you think relationships is so important to people? Like, why is it such a hot topic?
Well, in my opinion, I think a lot of people are trying to get it right. First of
Yeah.
all, a lot of people are in quote relationships,
Right.
but many of them are not happy.
Right.
Many of them are not with the right mate. Many of them are unfulfilled, and they're still trying to get it right. And it's a high topic because of that. What am I doing wrong? Or you got singles why can't I meet somebody that's substantial in my life? Then you got those that have been married or in long-term relationships that ended up getting a divorce. So this relationship this topic is going to always be hot because people want to get it right. They want
Right.
to make sure they're doing it right.
You're right.
That's my opinion. I think that whether they're happy, unhappy, excited, whatever it is, they still want to either boast about being happy or scream and go, oh, I'm unhappy,
Right.
So now they're like, who can I turn to that can give me some insight or advice or help me see it from a different perspective,
Right.
And it's going to always be popping because a lot of people right now at this very moment, somebody's sitting at home unhappy in their relationship.
Yeah.
Several people.
Yeah, several people, yeah.
Or just single, I think.
Or single.
Just like when you said everybody wants to get it right. Even for the single person, because like I was telling him earlier, I had gotten to a place where I really was comfortable just being single. I wasn't at the place where I really wanted to get married. I didn't, I was like, if it happens, it happens. When it happens, it's going to happen. And then I had this strong desire to get married. And the thing is that I think, it's always going to be hot because it was designed for us to be in relationships with one another and healthy relationships. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's like, how do I get to the place where I can trust again, where I can really fall in love again and have really strong family unit. So,
That's
I
good.
just think that
That's
it's the
good.
design. We were created to be in good, healthy
That is good
relationships.
stuff.
you
Right.
know?
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
My thought is it's a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. We see different people, as a child, and this kind of goes into something I talk about all the time, Wardell, is the Cinderella complex.
Yeah.
Okay? People waiting to be chosen by the prince. Okay? And so little girls grew up with this fantasy
Absolutely.
of being chosen by the prince.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter how raggedy your life is.
Yeah.
You know, all it takes is for the prince to come and say, "Come, it is your time."
Give you the missing slipper.
Yes, and then poof, your life changes forever, and
Yeah.
you live a life of luxury. And in the back of many
Life of
girls,
luxury.
women's minds is that idea of the Cinderella complex.
Oh, you brought that up. So why don't you explain
I can.
Interesting.
to
Oh, I
people
can.
what the Cinderella complex is?
Oh, I can. Listen, I'm gonna be putting this. This is coming out in the book real soon. This is coming out in the book real soon. Okay, so since you've got the Cinderella complex, you got this the young little girl hoping to be chosen, right? I think y'all follow me on this, Tinzley. I want you to jump in on this when I lay it out. I think that all of you have been bamboozled.
Okay.
I think all of you have been tricked, right? Check this out. Tinzley, in your life, do you wait to get a job? Did you wait to get a job when you needed a job?
Absolutely not. But let
Absolutely
me
not.
say this. I know you get ready to ask me. You said chime in. Let me chime in.
Just answer yes or no. Just a yes or no.
All right. Let me write down your rules.
Kia,
Yes.
when you decided to buy the car that you wanted, you do have a car, right?
I do.
Who bought it for you?
I bought it.
You bought it for yourself, right? You decided, right? Only in relationships are women waiting to be chosen. Only
Are you sure about that?
Listen to this. Listen to this, right?
That's
and check
don't
this
agree.
out. Let me lay it out. I ain't lay it out yet, so don't disagree yet.
Lay it out.
Because
Okay, look, check it out. So what
I'm playing devil judge. I'm ready to jump in.
So listen to
Put me
here's
in,
what I'm
coach.
saying. Look, and this is a concept that it's going to take you a little bit to let it soak in. All right.
Okay.
Most of the people who are in relationships, let's say I'm speaking from the women perspective. Many of the women who are in relationships are in the relationships because they chose the people who chose them first. So that means that Joe Schmo, who might be a really nice guy, he might have a really nice job, he might be a really smart guy, right? But he's just shy. So he stood back in the back and just looked you up and down. Wow, she's really pretty. She's really nice. I'd literally like to talk to her, but I'm too scared. And he would have hit it the other way, right? But meanwhile, Ray, JoJo, and Bob.
Don't forget Leroy.
Okay, they all were bold enough to come talk to you,
Right.
and to get in your space and to have the conversations. And so you had the conversations with JoJo and Ray and Bob, right?
Right.
So when you came time and you're like, man, I've always I want to be married. I want to have a family. My time is ticking.
Right.
I got well, who do I have to look forward to? Okay, I got Ray, JoJo, and Bob.
Okay.
Right? And from those three, you looked at who is the best candidate in my life right now.
Okay.
And you chose one of them
Who chose you, right? Is that what
who
you're
had
saying?
chosen you first.
Right. Okay.
Now, meanwhile, nice guy who's probably the best choice for you, he was just shy and he went the other way. So he was like, I don't want no,
Well, how
I
you
want
gonna
a
know
man who's going
if
to come
he was
after me. I'm looking for a
Well,
Boaz.
we didn't even know. You know, Boaz was overweight and unattractive. Did you know that? That's another story. Let me just jump in real quick. And say this real quick. My take on it is this, and you may be right, Kevin. You got some women who are waiting. I'm not one of them,
Yeah.
but you got women who are waiting. But I think a lot of men, and I'm gonna say this too, and let me lay it out for 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Men want the relationship, they want the benefits, but they don't want the commitment.
Come on.
The benefits are I can get that tonight later on tomorrow night, next week, oh, she want me to take her out too. She want me to treat her like a woman. She want me to respect her. I got to do all that just to get it. Well, let me just pass on by that and go somewhere where I don't have to do all those things. They want the benefits but no commitment. There is a commitment. And you know, I love how you use the job and the car as an example. When men are trying to date a woman these days or get in a relationship with them, there's too much rigmarole around the process.
Yeah.
You either want her or you don't.
Come
Okay.
on.
You either want to be with her. I'm laying it out.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold
Let me
on.
lay it out. Let me
Hold on.
write down my rules.
Hold on. All right. I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. And there is some of that going on.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. But at the same time, you know, a woman, a line that I hear women say all the time is, I'm a good woman. But the only person that can rate that is the man who is dating you.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, everybody has an idea of what's good for them, what's right for them. In essence, like you may say, you know, I cook dinner every day. Well, I may not need you to cook dinner for me every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But women put that in the list of things that makes them a great woman.
A lot of men say
You
that.
know
That's
what
what
I'm
they
saying?
think of it. You know.
Right. I get you.
get
But with that being said, you know, what is the woman doing to make the man want her in that way?
And see, the thing about that is, and Miss Kidd, you're going to chime in too, you know,
I
on
am.
this. I'm going to say this real quick. You know, when we're doing a lot,
And we got the call coming in already.
Hey.
Hi, you're on with Wardell Richardson, WCEGWOOD, Hollywood of the South. Hold on one moment. We'll be right back with you. Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
you know, and I just feel like this in a whole, with this, the rigmarole around it is this. When a person wants what they want, they're going to go for it. You brought the example of the car. You know, the man is either interested or he's not. I mean, and the woman's going to either be the one he wants or he's going to be the man that she wants or they're not. It's too much rigmarole and game plan. I've had men tell me, well, I may not even want to do that. I just want to sleep around, just want to hang out. You know, and if he's telling you that and he's showing you that's what he wants, I'm just saying, if he's telling you that and he's showing you that's all he wants, then that's all he wants. You can play with him. If you want to play with him, you're a grown woman. Men are quick to remind us we both grown when they want that there. They want to tell you you're grown when you want that. But when you're saying, but I just need you to spend more time with me, call me a little bit more, let's do stuff together, there's an issue. Oh, she's starting to want a commitment. I don't want that, you know. So I see your point too. I see your point, but I just feel like what my experiences, they want the benefits of no commitment.
So
many of them.
One of the things that I talked kind of about what she's saying, and this is absolutely from a woman's perspective. It's like men and women definitely have different perspectives when it comes to this communication thing.
Right.
Because the thing is that a lot of men up front are not honest about what it is that they really want. They beat around the bush, like she said.
Yes.
They beat around the bush to try to woo you and get, that's like the car, you know, the
Right.
man opened the car. We had another scenario situation where I appreciated him for being honest about what it is that he wanted. And the scenario was a guy, you know, that I went on a date with. The car was valeted when we were coming to the car.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't open the door for me. He started to come and open the door for me. Then he turned around and got in the car, and the valet guy got in the car.
Penny almost passed out when you said that.
And the valet guy,
Penny was like this.
the valet guy opened the car door for me, and once he got in the car, he looked over to me and he said, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And he was like, "Oh yeah, because I don't do that car opening door stuff."
Oh, he was honest. He was honest.
But my thing is, so listen to this though.
Hold on.
But listen to this, and this is the thing. No, we didn't wind up in a relationship together, but this is the thing that I appreciated, the fact that he was honest so that I can make a decision on if I want to continue with him or not.
Right.
And that's the issue, is that a lot of times men are not honest. Okay, listen, I want to just,
Wait a minute, hold on,
I
hold
want
on.
to just,
Hold
I
on.
want-
There he is now.
I can't. look, you can be honest. I think if you are honest, you can get further in the relationship. You
Well,
know what I
honesty
mean?
is always the key.
Yeah.
Hold on one
Right.
second. So, caller, you're on now? Who's calling? Hello,
Uh-oh, did they hang up?
caller, you there? Who?
Okay.
Hello, caller. Okay, so this is what I want to say about that. So,
Come on, give it to us. 'Cause you know I'm passionate, honey.
because I mean I understand what y'all are saying. And there's game plan, but there's game plan on both sides. It is not just the
Yes, it
men.
is.
And the thing about it is the men are just not as vocal as women are about it. But I can tell you right now, women, my inbox be filled with women who's married. You know what I'm saying, all day long. So it's when it comes down to it, it's all about who's ready for that commitment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely right.
And-
You
and
either
so-
want them or you don't. Like I said.
And look, not to mention, women invented the game. Let's be honest. Okay, listen. Somebody
You might
tell
be
me.
right about that
Somebody
one.
tell me what.
Smart about it.
What is the push-up bra for? Let's be honest.
No, it's to keep it perky looking. You know, you got to keep it perky looking, but it's for your own
Yeah,
benefit.
okay. It is to
So I can look good in my dress.
Right?
Yeah.
To enhance.
But if you get a good one, honey, it'll train those things.
But let me tell you something about this right here. I don't even have to wear no.
Oh Lord.
That's another story. You know, I don't have to wear no push-up bra.
This is-
But I want to say something to your point. You know, just like men, you're saying all men are not one of the benefits in that commitment. You know, and I don't think all men. I made that clear. Not all men. Just like all women don't have the Cinderella syndrome.
Right.
I don't think they all have that.
They don't.
Right.
You made a good point when you
But
said
many
for them
do.
to choose many. Well,
I'm talking about many.
They
I mean
might.
a lot. And I'm talking about women who they don't even normally think of it in that way. But if you think about every man who's been in your life that you decided that you want to be in a relationship with, you chose the person who stepped up.
You chose
Right.
each other, right?
it was what I thought mutual relationship.
Well-
Unless you're settling.
He's
unless you're settling.
He's just stepping up, hoping to be chosen by you.
Is he waiting on the
He's
slipper
hoping for
too?
a shot. They call
Yeah.
it you shoot your shot, right?
Yeah.
That's what shooting your shot is. Stepping up and say, "Hey, I'm interested in you. What do you
You're
think?"
gonna either say yes or no.
And I
Well,
think
you
that's
chose them
awesome.
back, yeah.
You chose them back. And when you use the job as an excuse or as an example, which I love. no, as an example. Perfect example. I have to always say this. When you go get a job, they're looking at your performance. They're not going to give you an award on day one because you came to work on time. They're not going to recognize you in a team meeting because you showed up for work Tuesday. They're not going to recognize you on Friday because you still work there.
Yes.
Your job is to show up. Your job is to perform. Your job is to be on time.
That's
So
it.
in a relationship, your job is to perform and do the things that's necessary to stand out. Like you said, what is she
Yes.
doing, to stand out? She may not be doing nothing. He don't have to choose her. But at the same time, don't sleep with her. Keep on messing with her, playing with her if you know you're not trying to go there unless she lets you.
Right. But see, at the end of the day,
'Cause emotions
it's
are
like this,
released.
right. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, I get what you're saying. At the end of the day, it's all about what that person is ready for at that time. 'Cause there's
Absolutely.
women who do the same thing.
I agree.
I can't tell you how many women would say, hey, all I want to do is sleep around like da-da-da-da.
And I love
That's
that.
it.
I love
and
it.
And it happens.
But
And,
that's
and
what I mean. That's the honesty thing.
Right.
It
all
can get
good.
further because
Right.
now we don't
Right.
have to do this whole.
we don't have to go through the whole rigmarole and trying to figure it out.
But
and try to
I tell you what, to Tinsley's point, I think she's talking about these women like you're fishing in the wrong holes.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? If you keep finding duds everywhere you go, like all the men who come up to you only want to sleep with you, you are shopping in the wrong supermarket.
You may not even be
Let's be
shopping.
clear.
You may not even be
Okay.
shopping.
Let's be clear.
You may not even be
Most men
shopping.
want
You
to
need to-
sleep.
well, okay.
Most men.
Men. hold
They're
on,
physically
but-
attracted
hold
to
on,
women.
but
It's a physical thing.
Yes, yeah,
Let's be clear,
there's nothing wrong with
okay?
that, right?
Yeah.
As you would say, you guys would agree, there's nothing
Okay.
wrong with him
So
wanting
I'm-
it. But I'm saying if that's
say this.
all he wants, then that means you're fishing in the wrong hole.
I could be minding my business more than.
As a man, we do think about sex. I mean,
I
we
mean,
do.
yes, let's be real.
You
we
better be
don't-
thinking
we are
about it
not-
with women.
We are not.
I hope you are. You're not thinking about it, then what you thinking
We are
about?
not going to try
There's a
to.
call. Hey.
That's a whole nother show.
This is Wardell Richardson. You're on WCEGWOOD, Hollywood of the South. May I ask who's calling? They hung up? Okay. So, okay. Boy, have
It's
mercy.
getting heated.
We,
Yes, I love it.
At the,
Are you
let me
speechless?
reel
Are
back.
you speechless?
I got to reel back to where I was. When it comes to the whole sex thing,
Okay.
I feel like, because we had this discussion earlier.
Okay.
She asked me, she brought up, she said, I'm glad you brought up
Let's
sex.
talk about it. Let's talk
You
about
know,
sex.
And
Shoot.
sex, I feel like sex is a very important thing in a relationship. I feel that way because it is.
It is.
And I feel like it's all about where a person's stance is and where they are, once again, in their level of relationship with whoever they're with. Now, as a man, I'm not gonna be with a woman I can't see myself sleeping with. Period.
Okay.
So there.
I like that. That means you're not gonna play with the nana.
No.
You're not gonna play with the
I'm
nana.
not gonna play with nobody I'm not interested in. Like it's just no
that's
point
not what you
doing it.
said, though.
That is what I said.
Well, you said you needed to test it before.
No, that's no. No.
For the ones you interested in, but for the ones you
That's a
interested in,
whole
right?
different thing. That's a whole different thing. No, she asked
Test
me.
that thing.
No,
Okay.
That's no, she talking about
Like a
she talking about-
sound. I wanna
different what I'm
touch
talking
it.
about.
Okay, that's okay. This
Okay, what I'm talking about is initially being with a woman.
Got you.
Now, if you in a relationship with a woman, and this was a question she asked me, she said, because she was like, should you wait to have, if a woman wanted to wait to have sex, how'd you word it? If you wanted to wait to have sex or something like that?
I think it was. If she wanted to wait,
Right.
to have sex,
And
would you be willing to do that?
See, me, I test the water. That's just me. Because, when you get into a relationship, and hi, you're on with Wardell Richardson on WCEGWOOD, Hollywood of the South. Hold on one moment, please. When you're in a relationship with a person and you decide to have sex with them and stuff like that, I feel like that's a very important thing. When I went to premarital counseling, when I was married before, the counselor said, if you're a 10 and your mate is like a 4, y'all gonna have sexual problems. You know what I'm saying? She said it straight up. She said, and if you think sex is not important, it's a very important thing. So for me, I test out the water before I even jump in it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Nobody got to agree with me. That's just me. But if I'm with a woman, and I have been with a woman for 1.5 years, and we never had sex. So if the woman, I feel like if she's worth me waiting for that, then I will wait for that out of respect for her. Period.
Out of honor.
And that's out of honor because you like that. Word.
I like that. If that you're willing to do that, you know, some people aren't.
So that's how I feel about it. And what is your question?
What was my question in reference to what?
What I just said, because you was saying you was about to say something.
Oh, no, I was just saying that I love the fact that you got to the place where you said if you honor her or respect her in that way, that you would be willing to wait for her. And that was my whole point when we were talking about, that was my whole point from the get-go, was that I think a lot of times women don't realize that. A lot of times women feel obligated to initially just have sex with men. And that's not everybody, because some women want to just automatically have sex, but a lot of women are not, are like, man, I just really want to build a foundation and have a good, effective relationship. But then they feel like I have to give in, and you never have to give in to something that you don't want to do. Because my theory is that if a man wants you, he's going to do whatever it takes to have you.
That is true. I will say a woman is women are powerful.
We're very powerful.
Y'all
And if the chemistry is there, the sex gonna probably be on point. I'm telling you, because it has to be aroused from more than just he a man with a heart on. It has to be more than just that. It has to be chemistry. It has to be a connection.
Absolutely.
He has impressed me in some kind of way to get this.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what I say is that it comes down to communication.
Yeah.
Another thing, it comes back down to communication, right? I had an event called Love Connection.
Okay.
Love Coach Atlanta had a Love Connection event, right?
Okay.
Figure that out. And this is a prime example, right? I actually had some couples come, and one of the couples actually met there and made a love connection, right? And that was wonderful. And both of them got together, and I interviewed them separately. It's like, how do you feel about sex? I gave them the microphone, right? And each of them said, you know what, I want to wait until I get married. I want to be in a serious commitment. And both. This is for those who don't think that there's some single men who are actually interested in getting married.
Woo! What's that name?
I'm telling you, it's going down at the Love Coach. It's going down at the Love Coach.
There is a lot of men who want to get married. Believe it.
But look, check it out though. So while they said they wanted to wait, one of the young ladies in the audience, she was like, that's a wonderful thing for them. But I ain't waiting for nobody.
Okay.
She's like, that's nice for them, but that's not for me.
Okay.
And she said, well, look, this is how I live. This is my life. I'm of a certain age, and I don't need that right there. I've been married for 20 years already. And so, I know what it is, and I know what I want. and that's not it.
Okay, and that makes, you know.
And look, if that's how they want to do, that's
Right.
totally fine. So
Right.
you don't have to be like them. They don't have to be like you. Just be who you are and know what you want.
Yes,
that's the most important
the
thing.
key.
Right, it's just a respect level. I want to
Right.
commit on something. I know you want to get to the next question. Can I just say
No,
one
no,
thing?
go ahead.
You made a comment when you had said we're fishing in the wrong area, and
Fishing in the wrong holes, yeah.
wrong holes. I disagree. Every step. Number one, sometimes we may not be fishing. We may just be being ourselves, walking
That's
down the
it.
street. I was at QT gas station minding my business one day with my grandchild,
Listen.
getting him a hot dog, you know, and all he wanted was a hot dog and a slushie. I'm minding my business. So, brother, this guy looks at me and goes, "Hey, I like those boots," you know. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." He said, "I like your booty too."
Ooh.
I looked at the booty first. I seen the booty, and I like the boots, so the booty looked good. And I said, "Well, I like the boots too." This man has made a complete. I went fishing. I was just going to get something to eat for my grandbaby. So my point is, we're dealing with a pool of fools in the hole.
Come on.
You know, it's a pool. I'm digging in the
She
hole.
said that.
We're a good one. The pool of fools in the hole. I mean, there may be one or two down there that's not fools, but. Why would you say that to me? I'm minding my business. I didn't get mad. I didn't holler me too and all that. But you don't sit there and talk about my booty. Meanwhile, and then try to be funny. He's standing there looking like a hot mess. I mean, like he
wasn't even cute.
He wasn't even being cute. He was just all right, you know.
Yeah.
But because he's a man,
So let me ask you this: if he was cute, would it have been different?
it would not have been different because I would have been like, I would have laughed it off and said, "But your approach was wrong.
Yeah,
Your approach was wrong."
Right.
Because he asked for the digits. He didn't get the digits because of how his approach was. You know, you're not gonna get the digits. You already told me what you want. That's my booty.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And you don't see me sitting there saying, "I love the way your print look."
Yeah. Ooh, men would feel
Hey.
so uncomfortable if we start doing that. They would be so.
Boy,
they
if
would
a
be
guy,
so-
if you said a guy print look good, he would be in heaven.
You like that?
Nah,
See,
I
it's a
didn't say
difference.
I
I'm just saying, with men like that.
It would make him
I didn't say I like it.
I would be uncomfortable.
It
I
would
would be
make a lot of men
uncomfortable, but at the same
uncomfortable.
time,
Let's
he'd be
clear.
smiling on the inside. Like, well, you know.
No, it'll
You be like, "Oh, that sock work. That sock must have worked."
I love it. I think it would make a lot of men uncomfortable though.
It would make them
I think
uncomfortable
Men
at
are
first.
way more shy than what we think.
But I'm gonna
Like,
tell
like
you,
that.
more
I'm
bashful.
gonna tell you what would make him uncomfortable is the unexpectation of it.
Right?
But if he knew the type of person you was and you said something like that, he'd be like, "Oh, okay."
No, I think men would.
Maybe we need to start doing that. We need to
Like,
start paying them back and doing the same thing.
See, men look at things differently.
I'll be like, cause I'll be like,
A woman
"What?"
would
I
say
would
that
be
if
just
you would think
shocked.
she was a thought.
Yeah. That means you already know what she's interested
thought.
in.
But he looked at me like I was probably snobbish because I gave him the sign. I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." I was wondering what my butt looked like. You know, thank you for
Yeah.
letting me know that. You know,
Right.
See,
but had I
that's
turned
no problem.
around,
Your butt shouldn't look like that.
well, you know,
How can you consider that?
I'm just
And I
fix
was
it,
about to-
Jesus, fix it.
I was about to say something about that
I was
because
just
men do
kidding.
that too. Like that whole well, you shouldn't have on
look,
those pants and you shouldn't.
But see, then y'all, wait,
Listen.
hold on. Then y'all say y'all like honesty. I mean, the man was honest.
That's good.
He was.
And he definitely
He
didn't.
made it.
He didn't get it.
Y'all said
He told
He
you
didn't get it.
exactly what he
He
wanted.
didn't
He didn't get it though.
It may work
y'all
on
made it feel like it's a
somebody.
problem.
So he had to go home and check. He had to go home and check the duck because he didn't get it.
But hey, I had to give him plot. I'd be like, hey, at least you was honest, bro. You got shut down, but you was honest.
I appreciate it.
They're shot differently.
I appreciate it. I mean, I'm
That
with
just
it.
might have been what he wanted that
But
night.
now let me ask you this. What would have impressed you that he could have said to make you give him your number?
So when he flirted with me and said he liked the booty, I'm not saying don't tell me that I'm attractive. That's good. That made me feel like, okay, oh, my booty must be doing right. You know, that's good. You know? A good booty day. You know. I ain't even had no spanks on. I ain't even had no spanks on that day, you know. So it was a good booty day, you know. So I would have felt good had he came back and retracted and said, I don't mean no disrespect, and I'm sorry if I came across as that, but
Right.
you are beautiful and bootiful, you know,
Yeah.
at the
So
same
you
time.
saying, hold
Yeah.
on.
Wait. He retracted the insult because he recognized, if he had recognized it was rude. I'm not going to be mad at a man for being attracted to a woman. That's normal.
Yeah.
But it's the approach is everything. Now, he didn't disrespect me and come grab it or nothing like that or come pat it or nothing like that. He just simply said he looked at it and thought it was nice, you know, and it just didn't really do anything for me. But had he said, oh, man, I don't see I ain't getting nowhere. He could have run a little game if he got the number. And I saw other stuff